Hey guys, it's the beginning of December and that means November favorites, and it also means my Christmas tree is up! I'm so excited. The Christmas tree always goes up the day after Thanksgiving and not a day before. I am a firm believer in Thanksgiving and then Christmas. The two shall not intertwine. Before we actually get started, this is not an official November favorites because I just got it yesterday, but you remember the chai latte that I've been getting, the Tazo brand that you just mix with milk? They came out with a vanilla caramel chai latte. It's amazing. On the topic of sugar, definitely a couple of my favorite things have just been all of the desserts that come with the holiday season. So I showed you how I make my pumpkin pie, and at least one person was like, because of you, I actually made a crust, and it worked for the first time ever, and I cannot tell you how much that warmed my heart. Like, crust sucks. Making home crust is not fun, but I finally have found a recipe that is consistently working for me, and I'm really glad that I could help at least one person make theirs better, and I think that homemade crust really does make a big difference. I think it's a little thing that not a lot of people notice, but the people who do notice really appreciate. But anyway, I think I ended up making 5 pumpkin pies for all of my Thanksgiving meals. But then one of my Thanksgiving meals ended up getting iced out because the weather was really bad the day after Thanksgiving. So I have a whole pie in my fridge right now that I'm slowly working my way through. My husband doesn't like pumpkin pie, so it's like my own pie. It's the most glorious thing. I love it. It's so great. But yeah, I'm going to get really fat on pumpkin pie and lattes. And also, I cat sat for a friend for a day while she was gone for Thanksgiving. And then she made me lemon bars. And my mom works for Russell Stover's and just brought me a whole bag of their French mints for Thanksgiving. Like, there's too much sugar in my house right now, and I love it. Let's move on to some beauty products, though, because I know that those are what we're really here for. I have a little pile here. I'm just going to pick things up randomly. This is probably the one you could already see, so I'll talk about it. This is the Living Proof Perfect Hair Day Nightcap Overnight Perfector, and I don't use this every single time that I wash my hair. It says that results can last up to 5 shampoos. I probably use it every 2 or 3, so I guess maybe it lasts longer. Oh, the light's changing. It got brighter outside. I don't normally shoot in a room where there's so much natural light. Whoa. I typically put it on wet hair when I'm about to go to sleep. I sleep with wet hair a lot. My hair is just kind of, thankfully, very, very well behaved. But so I'll wash my hair in the evening. I'll put this on. I'll go to bed an hour or 2 later. And when I wake up in the morning, I always feel like the day after I put this in, my hair is extra manageable. And it's not like my hair is ever really unmanageable or unruly, but I feel like this just makes it like supermodel hair. Like, it just makes everything beautiful, and everything I ever wanted to do, it does it suddenly. And I don't know. I think it's awesome, and if you haven't used it, I think it's definitely worth at least getting a sample and seeing if it works for your hair. It totally works for mine. I love it. And especially as we're coming into colder, drier months, it's helping it stay hydrated and happy, and it hasn't started to feel too straw-like yet. So I'm enjoying this as we're coming into colder weather especially. This is one you have actually seen me use recently, I believe. It is the YSL Rouge Per Couture lipstick in shade 04. And if you remember, or if you watched, or if you don't, I'll tell you, I got a couple of these in the VIB sale. I got a red one and a pink one, I think number 1 and number 19. They do definitely have a scent, so if you are not a fragrance fan, don't buy them. I don't know how to describe it, honestly. I'm sorry, I'm so bad at describing scents. To me, it just smells like the Rouge Per Coutures, because they all smell like this. But this one is rose something. I couldn't remember it in one video, and then I could in the next. Now I can't again. But you can see it's this really pretty rosy shade, and I'll link a video that I've used it in. If I have, I'm pretty sure that I have. So I'm a huge fan of this, and it's like a deeper rose, so it's just a little bit on the wintry side. It's not really a summer color. But that makes it perfect for me because I don't like to wear like really dark colors. I'm just not a really super dark lipstick person typically, but I feel like this is just enough on the darker side that I'm really liking it in the colder weather. Again, colder weather. It's like it finally hit and now I'm like, oh, it's winter. When did that happen? I feel really bad about including this, but I have to do it. I have to. It is the nail polish that I am currently wearing. And I'll try and do a close-up because I'm sure you can't see it from here. Basically, it's a really dark blue. It's a jelly finish, kind of a sheerer finish. And it has these amazing, like, pink, goldish copper, like coppery pink, I guess probably is the best word for it, sparkles in it. And it is from the brand Rescue Beauty Lounge. It is Makeup Withdrawals shade. I think this was the Blogger number 3 collection maybe, but basically a whole bunch of nail bloggers got to design their own shades, and this is the one that Makeup Withdrawal did. And it's, oh my god, beautiful. Rescue Beauty Lounge just closed their doors last week, which is actually why I bought this. I don't know if any of you guys know this. Nails were my first beauty love. Like, I have been into nails for, I think, 5 years now, and really only into makeup for about 2.5, which is crazy. I don't know how that's true, but it's true. I actually had a nail blog for a while, and yeah, whatever. Anyway, this is Rescue Beauty Lounge was a brand that I always coveted but never bought because they're like $20 a bottle, and for me, I feel like my upper limit is maybe 12. I don't like to spend above 10 on a bottle of nail polish. I have too many. I don't need them that much. But when they announced that they were closing the doors, everything went half price, so that made them $10. So I bought 3. I exhibited self-control. I only bought 3. I probably shouldn't have bought any. That's fine. But the shade is so beautiful, and now you can't get it, and I'm really sorry about it. But I had to mention it because it's my favorites, and it was one of my favorites. It's so pretty. This is one that I've been talking a lot about recently, and that makes sense because it's a favorite of mine. This is the Kat Von D Metal Crush eyeshadow in Raw Power, which is this beautiful cranberry shade, and I am wearing it on my eyes today. I did film this makeup tutorial. It should be up this weekend. If you watched my Thanksgiving Get Ready With Me, I did all of my base and then I put this on, and then it was a horrible, horrible mistake. And actually, on the video, it doesn't look nearly as bad as it was in real life. In real life, I was like, oh my god, I have fallout all over. Just like this whole area just had little dots of cranberry all over. It was driving me crazy. So if you're going to use these, it's probably a good idea to just do your eyes first and get it out of the way. But the color is gorgeous. The formula is beautiful except for the fallout a little bit. But I really like all of these that I've gotten. I've been using all of them a lot actually. But this is just my favorite for its seasonality and its uniqueness. It's not like anything else I really have in my collection. So I'm a really big fan of this, and if you've been looking for that kind of shade, I would definitely suggest checking this one out. Here's another one that you've seen recently. This is the Stilly Style Color Lock eyeshadows, and this is the brown shade. I believe it is Mudslide. Yeah, Mudslide. And again, I've used this a lot recently, at least a couple times, at least once in a video, and I have been using it a lot. One of the holiday looks at Sephora this holiday, of course, they're doing the cat eye and red lips. That's a very typical look for them, but the other look this year is a kind of brown, smoky, shimmery eye, and then a nude lip. And this has been my base for that every time that I've had to wear it, or that I've chosen to wear it, because you can, at my store at least, we're allowed to choose which one we want to wear. So on days when I just want to kind of smoke out an eye and call it good, I put on this, and then I take usually the brown shade of this. What's the brown one called? I don't remember. Anyway, and then I just kind of smoke that all over and call it good. But yeah, I really like these. I think they're really nice. The formula is really nice. Several of the colors are really beautiful. So they're like $7 if you're looking for a really cheap kind of caviar stick-like packaging. I think they're beautiful. I'm a big fan. Stilly Style has my heart, I think. What can I say? I'm sorry. The last thing I have is Laura Mercier Secret Brightening Powder for under the eyes. I have never bought an under the eye setting powder before because that is ridiculous, but it really is so nice under the eyes. My under eyes always crease, always. They've always creased. I've never had anything make them not crease, but this makes them crease much less than anything else ever has. And it's a little tiny jar, but all I ever use it for is my under eyes, so I don't feel too bad about it. I think it was worth it, which feels really excessive, but also I really love it. So, yeah, anyway. So those are all of my favorites for this month. It hasn't been really anything exciting for several months now, actually, but I guess that's just kind of the life of a teacher / the life of someone who doesn't buy very much makeup because I have too much makeup anyway. Yeah, anyway, yeah. My husband's on the porch. That's totally normal. It's just my husband. My dog is here now. He was on a walk and now he's home. Hi, Ralph. He's not interested, apparently. Anyway, so yeah, those are my those are my November favorites. Oh, is it gonna work? Do you want to bone? Oh. Yeah, good boy. So yeah, not a lot interesting, but I'm trying to decide if I want to do December favorites and end of the year favorites, or if I just want to do end of the year favorites. I don't know. Do you guys have opinions on that? Do you have a preference when you watch those? I don't know which one I prefer, so I haven't decided yet. That's very much, if you have an opinion, you could probably influence me pretty strongly. So I'm going to go back to drinking my new tea, which is killer, and hanging out with my dog probably. It's going to be a pretty boring afternoon until I go to work. So yeah, it's been fun, and I'll talk to you again on Saturday. Okay, bye guys.